Hi everyone, I'm Claire Maxwell at Embodied Learning Systems. I teach the Alexander Technique and I love combining it with movement. And I'm making this video today for a student of mine who had a question about how to better use his body within a yoga pose, within two yoga poses actually. So the first one is called downward facing dog. It looks kind of like that, except for your arms aren't as stuck as the skeleton. And then the flow of it into upward facing dog. And actually, because we're alive, upward facing dog wouldn't be like that. It would be like that. But anyway, we'll get to that part. So in my work, what I'm helping people do is access a very dynamic, healthy, expansive postural tone within whatever they do. And the only way to do that is to enliven your whole body. So a lot of times when you hear about posture, you might hear people talking about that you support it from this part of your body, or you support it from your belly or from your back or some specific part. But my understanding of dynamic, buoyant posture is that it's got to do with a lively relationship of all the parts to each other. And that implies that they're mobile. So today we're just going to look at the first two parts that we practice energizing in the Alexander Technique. We call it direction sending, but it doesn't really matter what we call it because everybody kind of already knows how to do it. We just have specific words that we use for it. So the two parts that you're going to energize are what we call neck. And so to me, neck is your whole spine. And here's how I do it. I just say to myself, I have a spine. And when I say that, I'm talking to my spine in the moment, and I get this wonderful message back from my spine. Now, it depends on how I talk to it. If I say, I have a spine, that's not going to feel so great. So talk to it flowingly, lovingly, and energetically. I have a spine. It's wonderful. It's the most wonderful feeling. So you can do that just sitting there in your chair. And then the second direction that I send to myself is, I have a head. Ooh, I have a head. So it's like I'm checking in and I'm going, oh, well, yeah, I do have a head. What's that like? And I kind of get curious. So you can see that your neck and your head are going to have a huge effect on the rest of your body. If your neck is stiff, everything else will be affected. Okay? So, because everything's connected to your neck, because it's the central strut of your body, all the nerves go through there, a lot of muscles are attached and relate the limbs to your neck. So it makes sense. There are 5 directions, but today we're just going to do 2. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to apply this kind of energetic brain to body and then body answering back to the brain, this kind of direction sending or flow. We're going to apply it to the simple movement of going into downward facing dog from all fours. Ready? All right. just get this a little further down there. All right, so maybe, I hope you have a rug or something soft if you are challenged on your knees. And so I'm going to start on my haunches. I'm going to go onto all fours, and then I'm going to send my pelvis up into downward dog, and then I'm going to reverse that. And I'm just going to send these directions 3 times. So I've got 3 movements, and I'm going to say the directions in my own particular way as I go through it. So just follow along. I have a neck. I have a head to go forward. Whew. I have a neck. I have a head to go back. Whew. I have a neck and I have a head. I'm just going to go right back to haunches. Neck, head. Oh, it just feels so good to move that way to me. And you can really do it. Once you learn how to do it, you can do it with any movement, right? So it's really quite an amazing skill to develop because it can improve anything that you do. So I don't know how many videos it's going to take me to get through the whole sequence of down dog to up dog to down dog. But if you have questions about this, or you tried it and you want to get into some details, put your questions in the chat below in the little YouTube thing, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Also, if you want to get really chock full of many more details than this information on these things, sign up for my newsletter in the description box, and we can have a dialogue. I teach privately, I mentor other embodiment teachers, and I just love what I do, so I'd love to connect with you. All right, peace and love. Bye.